Well, if you had started your image and logged in as BI admin, you would be at your desktop. Notice we've got a couple of icons on the desktop to start and stop big insights. That's unique to this image. We'll do it the old-fashioned way to start the components. We will open a command line, and then using the big insights underscore home environment variable, which has been set for us automatically, go to the bin directory, execute the start all script. This can run for a while, starting all the components. Through the wonders of technology, for this video, it will not run as long as normally. So now my components have all been started. Just to get a fresh command line, I'm going to close out the window, did not have to, and open a new one. And now we're going to use the Hadoop file shell and start off by listing the items in the current directory. And so we see what those particular items are. And what if we want to list what is in a specific directory? Well, let's take a look at user/biadmin. And we see that we've got some data out there. All right. Well, let's go ahead and start massaging HDFS. Let's create our own directory. We're going to create a test directory, or a directory called test, that is going to reside under the BI admin directory. So we're going to do a dash make dir /user/biadmin/test. And once again, let's do a recall and bring back the list of the BI admin directory to make sure this all worked properly. And there we see our new directory has been created for us. Now, I would like to show you about uploading data from a local file system into HDFS. So I have done a change directory to my BI admin home directory. This is on my local file system. All right. And I am creating a file called my.txt, a little bit of data in there. And it is going to be this file, myfile.txt, that's going to be uploaded to HDFS. So we're going to use the -put command. We could have also specified the copy from local. Remember, those are both the same. So we're going to put my home, or BI admin's home/myfile.txt to test/myfile.txt. And let's once again do a list of, in this case, the test directory. And we can see that our file, myfile.txt, is located there. Notice this 1 that's to the right of the permissions information. That 1 indicates that's the replication factor. Now, we're only running on a single node, so there's only going to be a single copy of each file. But on a normal cluster, we would see that being set to 3. We can also execute various regular Linux commands like grep. So let's go ahead and do a list of the BI admin directory and grep that with test. And notice that we just come back with that 1 entry for the test directory. We can check the size of files or files within a directory. In this case, let's go ahead and check the file size of our myfile.txt that we uploaded to the test directory. And we can see that it's 29 bytes. And We can do this for the entire directory as well. We'll see all of the items in the BIadmin directory and the size of those items. If we want to get a total of everything in the directory, we would use the -du -s parameter, and that will then give us a total of all of the bytes in that particular directory. If you want to learn more about the various commands, you can always do a -help, or you can run a help for a specific command. Okay. So that's interfacing with HDFS using the command line and the file shell. Now let's open up the Big Insights console. Notice I clicked on an icon on the desktop. That's just once again unique to this environment, this lab image. Normally you would bring up Firefox and then specify the URL, your host :8080, to be able to log in. We were first brought to the welcome page, and there are a number of shortcuts that get you into doing various things. I've clicked on the cluster status, clicked on the nodes. I'm getting a list of nodes. Well, we only have one node once again, but I could add more nodes. I could add services to my nodes, stop services, stop nodes, remove them. Clicking on MapReduce, I get the status. I can see the status of all the components over there on the left side, and I'm able to start and stop some of those components as well. What I'm going to do now is I'm bringing up the built-in web page that comes with Hadoop. This is for the task tracker. And you can see that it's a web page. It's there, but the Big Insights console just gives you so much more. All right. Now I'm going to click on the Files tab. And I'm doing this because it did not open correctly. I don't know what the problem is with this image, but it doesn't open correctly. I have found that if I go to the File tabs immediately after I've logged in to the web console, it works fine. Or if I've gone to another tab, if I then click the Big Sheets tab and then go back to the files, it displays properly. And we're going to drill down on user and BIadmin, and notice there is our test directory we created, and there is myfile.txt that was uploaded. If I click on that, we can see what the data is in that file, or at least some portion there of it. And you can also do editing sometimes. We have a bunch of icons that's a technical term, bunch, that we can use to work with files and directories. So I have selected BIadmin, and now I'm going to create a directory. I'm going to do that graphically. We'll call this directory console lab. Click OK. And we can see that the console lab directory has been created underneath BIadmin. If I select console lab and then click the rename icon, I can change the name of a directory, or I can change the name of a file. We'll call this console lab test. I can upload data using the Big Insights console. So I browse for my file, choose it, put it in my upload list there. If I wanted to, I could add additional files to that upload list, and they would all be uploaded to the same directory at the same time. Clicking myfile.txt that I just uploaded, I click the icon to remove it. It gets deleted. I can select myfile.txt that's underneath the test directory and specify that I want to move it. I drill down to and select console lab test, Click OK, and the file will get moved. There are a number of things I'm just not showing you. I mean, we could have copied myfile.txt from HDFS down to the local file system if we wanted to. We can change the permission of a file or ownership. And we can actually get access to the Hadoop shell command once again if we want to type in and use a text format in a graphical interface. So in this case, we're going to do a removal of the myfile.txt. Notice I've got to type in the entire Hadoop FS command. There's no shortcut here. Click Submit, and the command gets executed. If I close that out, notice myfile.txt is still there. If I do a refresh, I'm going to get an indicator that, hey, that file is no longer there, but we know that. We deleted it. So that gives you some idea of the capabilities of the web console. Let's go ahead and log out. I could click the Stop Big Insights icon once again in order to stop my components, or I could bring up a command line and once again going to the bin directory under my Big Insights installation directory, and this time I will do a stop all. So we're not going to go through the entire time of waiting for all this to stop. This is the end of the exercise.